Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Michigan International Speedway, the site of tonight's Victory Fuel Cup Series, Michigan 250 here for Full Throttle Sim Racing. My name's Brady Hanna, and here in the booth with me on Full Throttle Television is Tony Solari. Tony, we have a fast and furious race here tonight at Michigan, the fastest track on the schedule now, reaching speeds in excess of 200 miles an hour off into turn one. It should be a lot of fun to see these guys conquer the speed and everything that this track kind of throws at them here tonight at Michigan.
Yeah, we're at our one and only 2-miler nowadays, and yeah, I know a lot of guys really enjoy this place, but I know some guys are complaining it's a little looser than they want out there.
Yeah, this track is really, really quick, and when it gets away from you, it goes really bad, really fast if you're not careful here at Michigan. These long straightaways, sweeping corners, a lot of banking to hold the car, a little bit of all throttle time, but a lot of high speed, full throttle action here tonight. And that's kind of fitting with Full Throttle Sim Racing here and Full Throttle Television. We're such a fast track. It should be a lot of fun. And we come in tonight with it's just the third race of the season. We'll go ahead and look at the points tonight for the Victory Fuel Cup Series coming in. Nick Alfred comes in with the lead after the win last week. EJ Luna right behind him. You got Jamie Knopf, Kevin Ruff, and Brandon Fetter place your top five.
And well, yeah, Nick has been having a great season so far. I mean, obviously he was our season 8 champion, kind of picking up where he left off. Jamie Knopf, though, knocking on the door. Daniel Simmons is in the mix again tonight, so I'm sure to see the Tracy Motorsports team up there a little bit. Kevin Ruff, though, kind of sneaking in there, running fourth right now, and then you got our new guy EJ Luna too, running second. So. There's a lot of new faces up in different places up there up front. So, yeah, the season's already starting to shake out to be pretty good so far.
Yeah, you talk about the wins. We'll look at the playoff points. Nick Alfred leading there as well. Brandon Fetter place. All those guys in black right there, all locked into the playoffs right now with their wins. You got Daniel Simmons on the outside looking in. Jeff Chandler. You got guys like, Robert Malikian, Wayne Grassi. All these guys could lock themselves in and rest easy with a win here tonight. And all of that is possible at a track like this. It's going to be a lot of drafting, a lot of high-speed corners, maybe even some fuel mileage. We see fuel mileage comes into play here at Michigan often, too.
Well, yeah, with our stage kind of getting readjusted a little bit for this event, stage coming in at lap 50, that means they're going to have a nice long green flag run towards the end. And, yeah, there might be some fuel strategy to be had later on in this race for sure.
And looking at our schedule, Michigan tonight, of course, and we head to Talladega, this high-speed Talladega Super Speedway, another drafting track, and another what we would call what is it? The term that they use where a track could be anybody's to take there.
A wild card
race, that's for sure. There at Talladega, and you got some road courses. You got Sonoma coming up a little bit later. That could also kind of throw a wrench in some people's plans. Chicagoland Speedway, one that's not on the official schedule, but on our schedule, that could be an interesting one because you've got to come up with the setup for that as well. And, of course, Atlanta being a wide. There's a lot that could happen here schedule-wise here, Tony.
Oh, yeah, well, Pocono, too. You kind of overlook Pocono. And,
sure.
Yeah, ever since they went down to the single Pocono race a year, kind of throws some teams off a little bit. They don't get the extra practice there that they once had. But I know it's also some guys really love that place and some guys a little struggle. But we'll see that after Talladega. And, yeah, just look at the schedule. I mean, there's quite a bit. I mean, eventually, too, we're going to Indy. The road courses, like you said, the Glen towards the end of the season, ending off in Daytona. I mean, yeah, it's a hell of a schedule. It should be a lot of fun to watch for sure.
Well, these guys are wrapping up qualifying. We'll look at our track description right quick. Michigan International Speedway. We talked about how a fast D-shaped oval it is, how fast of a track it is, and it certainly is living up to the hype tonight. Going to have a lot of drafting, a lot of high-speed moves, a lot of 3 and 4 wide. This is going to be very entertaining. And speaking of entertaining, we mentioned all the tracks we were talking about that are coming up. You definitely want to catch it out here. Every Monday night, 9 p.m. here on Full Throttle Television, we'll be covering the action for the Victory Fuel Cup Series. You definitely want to check it out. Tonight, we've got a great one in store. 125 laps tonight here at Michigan. The stage break will be at lap 50, so there will be a required pit stop before the end of the stage, unless a caution comes out, of course. And so that's going to throw a wrench in everybody's plans as well.
Yeah, for sure. And it's like you said, it's going to be kind of fun. hopefully everybody can keep the cars under them. Have a nice clean and green race too. We're going to see some high speeds. Hopefully we don't see some major wrecks like we saw yesterday in the real race. Um, Obviously they will not hurt in this race, but it might hurt some guys' hopes for a good win or some good points battles coming up here.
May not hurt your physical abilities, but may hurt your feelings a little bit if you're right here tonight for sure.
That's
a
right.
A lot of high speed. So, well, with that, let's jump into our starting lineup tonight for the Victory Fuel Cup Series here at Michigan. On pole tonight is going to be the 48. That's Jamie Knopf. Knocking on the door for that first win. On the outside, it's the 14. That's going to be Lane Allen. Starting P3, that's going to be Travis Gilbert. And to his outside is going to be Alex Murphy in the 35. Starting P5, that is the 24 of William Lark. Looking for that first win. He's been close a couple times lately. And to his outside in P6 is the 19 of Richie Coy. Seventh place is going to be the 18 of John Connor. To his outside is the J.C. Evans machine, the 09. Starting P9, the 3 of Bob Fitzpatrick, finally back on track after getting that new wheel. And starting 10th is going to be the 99. That is Kevin Ruff.
Starting 11th, we have our points leader, Nick Alford. Starting 12th, Brian Dixon in the 03. In the number 1, Corey Atkins starting 13th. Then we have Ray Allen in the car 41 starting 14th. Michael Call in the 89 starting 15th. Daniel Simmons starting 16th in the 06. Cameron King starting 17th in the 92. Brandon Fetterplace starting 18th in the 34. Alexander Hodge starting 19th in the 53. Simon Magnan starting 20th in car number 46. Ray Gill 21st. Cameron Elberson 22nd. Brian Messer 23rd. William Owens 24th. Joshua O'Connor 25th. EJ Luna 26th. Robert Malikian 27th. Martin Gros 28th. Mason Hoffner 29th. Hayden James 30th. Jeff Channel 31st. Alan Duranco 32nd. AJ Zapata 33rd. Brandon Elder 34th. Wayne Grassi 35th. Michael Blackner 36th. Robert Fitzpatrick Sr. 37th. Kyle Milken 38th. 38 cars tonight.
Yeah, we got a stacked field tonight. 38 vehicles taking the green here tonight at Michigan. The Michigan 250 about to get underway here for the Victory Fuel Cup Series. Looking forward to it. Tony, who's your one to watch tonight?
Oh, it's a tough one, to be quite honest with you. I'm gonna kind of go with some of the guys that that are up in the points here. I mean, you got Nick Alford. Brandon Fetterplace kind of shows himself up there. I'm looking at Jamie Knopf and Daniel Simmons as well. These guys are they show up every single week, so they're definitely ones to watch. And but again, we got so many guys that can knock on this door here. We talk about them every week too. Jeff Chandler, Richie Coy hasn't had a win in a few weeks. And some of these new guys, they could be a little surprised with first-time debut winners and whatnot. So it could be anybody. Robert Fitzpatrick Jr., he's got a new wheel. That wheel might bring him some luck tonight as well. So, I mean, it could be anybody.
Bob with the new wheel. You got William Lark back there looking to get his first win, so he's there as well. Been strong lately. We'll see who can get it done here. Pace car is off. The drivers pull down to the restart zone, waiting for Jamie Knopf to fire off. There is the green flag, and we are underway here at Michigan.
I got to zoom out because big track means big action. And wow, they're already scattered in the back of this field right now. I don't know what happened. It sounded like a car didn't go, but they got it sorted out there. Looks like, to a certain extent.
1 and 2. Jamie Knopf leading the way. Travis Gilbert jumps out to second spot. Lane Allen in third. The battle is for fourth on back. William Lark and Alex Murphy. It looks like Murphy's going to pull that. Well, I was going to say that, but here comes Lark back on the inside, battling for fourth.
Jamie's got a nice lead right off the bat. Kind of still in tow with Lane Allen in tow right now, but they're trying to get their stuff situated. I don't know if any penalties were brought out as well, too, for maybe passing under the green there. A couple guys, it looks like they already had a pit, and maybe there might have been somebody that had a little bit of mechanical problems, and that's why they didn't get going right away. I'll have to check in on that. I'll let you know in a little while here.
So far, everybody gets it back going here. Up front, it's all single file till you get back here to about 11th spot on back. Ray Lane looking to the inside of Kevin Ruff.
Yeah, they're all single file about the top 10 right now, and they're all trying to kind of get that single file going. I see Nick Elford kind of still having his little connection drop issues a little bit, but he's kind of in the mix of some of that too wide action right back there.
Looks like they all kind of get single file here. Everybody spreading out as they get to the corner. We got one car way high. Looks like that is, what, Alex Murphy in the 35. A little high there, but they get back in line as they go down the straightaway. So we got a battle for the lead. Travis Gilbert looking to the inside of Jamie Knopf.
Yeah, I saw him get by Lane about a lap ago, and yeah, he's easily taking the lead over Jamie Knopf right now. And, you know, it's not a bad strategy to get out there and get out front, but as long as this race is, it's not a bad idea to just kind of save. We say it every week, or at least I do. Tires, tires, tires. Patience, patience. Save, save, save. So let's see what everybody can, if and when, who can do what they can do.
They go snaking down the front stretch into turn one. You'll see that a lot tonight, trying to break that draft. And also the other thing you'll see is that outside lane is kind of the preferred lane on the straightaways. You'll see those guys all on the outside getting that toe, that draft down the back stretch or down the front stretch.
We got a yellow already.
Oh, caution is out.
I'm going to have to go back and see who that could have possibly have been.
Oh, sorry.
See Wayne Grassi down in the grass or in the infield. A couple cars in the infield. Oh, it was the 12. 12 got spun there.
Let's go back and look at our best one tire and auto care instant replay. Caution number 1 here, watching the 12 of Robert Fitzpatrick Sr. through 1 and 2.
The 50 and the 51 got a little touchy, and yeah, the 12 really didn't have any place to go.
That was not the caution.
To go back and see if anything else happened back there. A lot of guys scattering from the accident, but yeah.
We had a car spinning around there. Go back and see if I can find what car that is.
Like I said, from the only thing I can see right now, it was the 50-51 they kind of touched.
Ray Gill checks up and gets hit from behind, it looks like.
Oh, is the 21, not the 12. It was the 21.
The 21, but I think the 30 got in the back of him there. No, it wasn't the 30. It was the car in front of the 30.
The 50 and 51 kind of made contact, and then, yeah, 21 kind of drove into that. So, yeah, I'm sorry, it was not the 12. And then looks like the 91 was kind of in tow of them. He had nowhere to go.
Right in front, the 21, and the 30 just T-bones him right there. Whoever was behind the 21, that's what I want to find out.
That was the 91, Joshua O'Connor.
So there's a little checkup coming off the corner here. Yeah, it happens in front of him. The car in front of him gets loose. I think it's Messer in front of him.
Yeah, 50 and 51. The two of them kind of made side contact. And I don't know if the 50 got loose or just kind of drove up the track. Tight racing for lap 4.
Absolutely. So a lot of our leaders chose to pit there and top off on fuel.
Which is probably not a bad option. I know neither one of us bothered to ask the question to the drivers of what the fuel looks like today.
I think max was around 47 laps. So this is going to get them to halfway if they stop for fuel. If you can just verify that everyone stopped, I believe everybody came down pit road there.
I will look here. I know back looking at the wreck too. Corey Atkins was able to woe the car down enough, but it looks like he got maybe a little front end damage there. A couple guys were able to make it through, especially two. They drove down the infield back straight to kind of avoid a lot of that, which probably did save their night. But actually, we didn't get too many takers on pit road, to be quite honest. Only a handful of cars here.
So maybe the caution itself is going to get them to halfway. That's, I guess, what they're betting on.
Well, you know what? I was off a lap, so I'm sorry. There was a good, maybe half the field, I would say, probably went in, got some gas.
So who's their first one off pit road? That's the one we'll kind of watch. Of course, they only took fuel, so really they're going to have the same tires if I'm guessing.
Let let me go through and I'll let you know here. The first guy to come down was Brian Dixon, the 3, then Nick Alford, Brandon Fenderplace, E.J. Luna, Cameron King, Alexander Hodge, Brandon Elger did not, Brian Messer was in, Joshua Connor was in, Robert Malikian, Mason Hoffner, Corey Atkins, Jeff Chandler, A.J. Zapata, Kyle Milliken, Ray Gill, Alan Duranko, Hayden James, Robert Fitzpatrick Jr., Michael Blackner, Michael Call. Those guys all went in.
So our first guy kind of to watch is the 03 Brian Dixon, who comes out 22nd. So he gave up a little bit of track position. But they are double foul. We're going to get back racing here at Michigan. Lap 7, long way to go. Stage at lap 50, 125 lap race. Pace cars off. They come to the restart zone. Travis Gilbert leading on the outside. Green flag is out, and we're racing again here at Michigan.
Yeah, I didn't really see anybody take tires. A couple guys probably got some damage fixed, but yeah, it was definitely a fuel stop for a great big chunk of that field that didn't come in. A little extra gas probably ain't going to hurt.
Down the backstretch, single file up front. A couple guys moving around. Looks like Robert Fitzpatrick trying to look to the inside of Ray Lane. Oh, sorry, that's Allen. Lane Allen looking inside of Ray Lane.
Yeah, I almost wonder if Lane's kind of backing off. I mean, he started second. He's just kind of slowly working, falling back through the field. But again, it's not a bad option. Just kind of ride and kind of relax a little bit. Save what you can save when you can save it. But man, there's a gaggle of cars all the way back for Martin Garreau and back.
Well, somebody just bounced off the wall there in front, but everybody stays orderly as they go down the backstretch.
That is the action right now. I mean, so you almost got a guy almost going 3 wide here.
Almost. Looks like Wayne, I think, almost made it 3 wide there. Wayne Grassi on the bottom there.
It was good, though. At least there's really no reason to push it right now. Just get some of these laps done, single file out, fill out your car. Hopefully the car's going to stay tight enough. Some guys were complaining about it being loose. I know as the run went on in the truck race, the trucks were starting to kind of get a little sloppy, a little loose there at the end of the race.
We've got in the backstretch. All these cars funneling to turn 3. Everybody taking a little bit different line as they head into the corner there. Low, middle, high. Choose your poison.
Yeah, he's running really high off the track. Nick Elford, or not Nick Elford, the Cameron Albertson in the 52. He's been kind of the high laner of the night here, making that outside work. He's kind of running side by side with Nick Elford. He just gets him clear right now.
Oh, we got a wreck off the corner. Looks like who is that heading to the infield? A.J. Zapata. Caution is out.
See what happens.
See if we can look at our best one tire and auto care. Instant replay. Coming off the corner.
Gaggle.
Up against the wall and contact from another car right there.
Yeah, AJ got a little tight off the wall. 92 didn't really give him much room.
So we're riding on board with AJ here. Comes off the corner, almost hits the wall. And the 92 into the side of AJ there.
Well, AJ did. He skimmed the wall very little, but Cameron King, he either wasn't expecting it or he was starting to push up himself there. But yeah, he got right into AJ, turned him down. They both kind of went down. Cameron looks like he was able to get out of it. AJ did not hit the wall. So, wow, he just barely missed the wall, so he's probably okay as far as car goes. All right, well, that's 2 in the books, lap 11.
Yeah, he definitely was pushing up the track there. Probably judging off the cars around him, but when you do that and the car makes a mistake, you find yourself in trouble.
Yeah, trouble is what they found for sure. So, yeah, still a lot of racing to go. These guys are going to have to kind of get their stuff together, kind of figure out what they got for a car, and just kind of relax and give each other some room out there.
We got a few on pit road.
And I know we saw a lot of cautions yesterday during the real race, but it did eventually go green towards the end there. But
The rest of these guys on pit road are some of the guys that stayed out earlier, coming on to top off on fuel there.
and it's probably not a bad option either. Yeah, what do we have come in there? The leader went in. Lane Allen kind of went in, it looks like.
About 10 guys that weren't involved in that.
Yeah, I'm kind of going through the field here, see who actually did go in and not.
Actually, only about 6. A couple of those guys involved in accidents. So.
Well, at least with a long lap here, you can get some damage fixed. So it's definitely probably beneficial for some of these guys. And then, yeah, with it being, past lap 10, you're going to get a little bit more fuel. So some of these guys are probably for sure going to have enough, gas to get to the stage. Granted, we still got, what are we at, 38 more laps to go per stage?
Yep, still got a ways. They might be good on fuel, but those tires are going to be screaming by the end of this run, though, if they're abusing them.
Yes.
Although these extra caution laps are kind of helping that as well, so.
Well, it all depends on how much you're saving throughout this run as well. So, I know there's some guys out there that's got some, that know how to save and they have the saving chops in them. So, that's what they got to do right now. If they're going to especially stay out, maybe even save a set of tires for later on in the race. Looking in chat, though, I see Doyle Lawrence.
I was just about to go there.
Oh, and then we got Brian. Brian, smell this chicken. I don't. Even though I have a Popeyes about walking distance from it.
Yep. Doyle actually saying that Jeff apparently is under the weather a little bit tonight, so wishing Jeff well. See how, just like in real life, it seems like you get behind the wheel here and you kind of lose focus of your health issues. You kind of focus on the races. Sometimes it will make you feel a little bit better. So hopefully he's feeling a little better behind the wheel. And who knows, you might have a flu game or a flu race, like we've seen before, people under the weather.
I think we've seen it from Jeff himself before, if I'm not mistaken. He may have had a one of them races where he's finished good under the weather.
Yeah, that's true. That's right. I do remember that. So he definitely could do that.
Aaron Satcher's rooting for Richie Coy. If Richie doesn't rage quit out, if he doesn't have any shifting issues, which is what happened to him last week, he's definitely a good bet to have there. Got Keith Hume in the house. What's up, Keith? I'm sure we have anybody else. Throw out your picks, say hello, all that good stuff. I'm sure Mom and Dad are out there watching. So.
All right, well, there are 2x2 through 3 and 4. Pace car's going to pull off this time, but we're going to get back racing here. Lap 14. Racing to 50 for the stage. We'll see what happens, what develops here. Jamie Knopf leading that outside lane. William Lark on the inside. Green flag is out, and they are racing once again here in Michigan.
Yeah, Jamie took the outside line, and he got a great run. We saw this last week. Hold that top spot and just kind of pull away. So he doesn't have Travis kind of in his shadow, though, this time around. Travis is... He's all the way back at 25th after that pit stop, so he's got a ways to kind of get back. Oh, we got a guy spinning down the infield. Looks like he was able to gather up, no caution. But they are 3 wide with Wayne Grossi on the middle. They kind of slowed that out. Wow.
Ooh, close racing up front as J.C. Evans, John Connor get really close. Bob Fitzpatrick right there as well.
Yeah, it's about kind of figuring out his wheel already. Up there. Got a solid top 10.
1, 2, 3, 4, all under a blanket up front, though. Jamie Knopf, Ray Lane, William Lark, William Owens, all right there together. Richie Coy looking for somewhere to go. You see William Lark get a little tight off the corner, opens the door for William Owens in the 71, looking to the inside.
Yeah, I had to go back to see who was spinning in the infield and just see what exactly Robert Fitzpatrick Sr.? No, it wasn't Sr. It was the 4 of Hayden James. Yes. Yeah, looks like he just got loose coming off of turn 4 there and spun down the infield. No harm, no foul, but wow. He's able to catch it.
Down the back stretch, the leaders go all single file, top 6, top 7. Now the top 10 all single file. Everybody just finding somewhere to run here. As I say that, they pop out through 3. Nick Alford.
It's definitely a calm race up front compared to what we have in the middle of the field, which is kind of reminiscent of what we had last week. If you remember, a lot of the guys that were running about 10 to 15th, they were just they were fighting for every spot. Although, as I'm looking kind of in the back of the field now, this week, we had a little bump there. I think Brian gets it down.
Yeah, we got a gaggle of cars together right there through 3 and 4. Can they hang on to it? Everybody keeps it going the right direction so far.
Yeah. It was Brian Dixon. He got a little loose. Looks like Corey Atkins kind of got into him, helped him around a little bit. He was able to save him. Good hands.
Still a mess right there together. Still 3 wide to 16 on the inside. Cameron King and Simon Magin, I believe, 3 wide there.
Yeah, right now Wayne Grassi's he was able to kind of break out of that pack there, but man, that's where a lot of the mayhem was happening.
Oh, contact off the corner again. Jeff Chandler with contact from behind. Who was behind him there?
That was Lane Allen. Looked like Jeff got a little tight, and Lane made some good evasive maneuver to kind of get away from him. He did tap him, but we're 3 wide now again. It's a big track, and I mean, it does allow you to go 3 wide, but man, it's only lap 20.
Well, I'll tell you what happens. The guys up front are content because they're in the top 10. And if you're not careful, you'll let the emotions get the better of you back here and be like, oh, I need to go. And you need to put, you push and push. And next thing you know, you push right into somebody.
Yeah. I mean, you got to keep your eyes on the prize, as they say, right?
You got to keep your emotions in check. Keep those feelings, like I said, it's still a long way to go. You have to remind yourself.
I'm looking at the new guy, John Connor, and no, I'm not a T1000 looking for him. He just gets by Richie Coy there for 7th place. So he took over 6th, actually. Sorry.
These guys kind of pulled away from that group we were watching. Quite the group here, though.
Yeah, they've got it's a pretty good field. Corey Atkins kind of tailing that field right now. Just they all want to be in the top 10, but there's 17 cars in that lead group, so a little more than half of them are only going to be able to get it.
We've seen the 19 at Coy popping out a good bit on the front stretch there, but like we were talking about, when you pull out like that, you're going to get freight trained by those guys that are up high in a line against the wall. Usually, it is kind of preferred lane in 1 and 2, but in on the straightaway or in the corners, but in the straightaways, now they're 3 wide coming off the corner.
Wow. 89 just sneaks right between the 52 and the 1 right there. Yeah, well, Richie likes the low lane, and he just can't get him up on that top lane for nothing. And unfortunately, he was a couple spots. As I'm watching John Connor kind of tear through the field a little bit, he's either John's going through the field or Richie's losing spots.
Looks like Richie's dropping
side by side. Yeah, and it is. Yeah, he's got Daniel Simmons in front of him. Richie is actually out of the top 10 right
now. Great racing, though, right here.
Yeah. The back half of that lead group, man, they've gotten a little spicy back there. A lot of passes, a bunch of 2 wide going on right now.
Nick Alford getting looked under by, I think, Fitzpatrick. Daniel Simmons right there in tow as well. Kind of in the middle of this group.
Yeah, I've been kind of keeping an eye on both of them because the 2 of them, they've kind of like hooked up a bumper to, front bumper to rear bumper, and they've kind of just been sailing through the field a little bit. Slicing and dicing together. Richie Coy tried to make a little dive on the inside there, but he's going to get stopped by J.C. Evans. J.C. Evans is a little slow on the inside. Richie's got to get to that outside if he wants to continue, unless he's just trying to save some stuff. I mean, we're only halfway to stage right now, so there's still a lot of racing before any points are going to be handed out. So there's still a lot of racing to go.
Still single file in front of these guys, but you're right. J.C. Evans now on the bottom. Richie Coy finds his way to the top side, going to get that draft down the straightaway. and go by the 09 on the straight, but in the corner you'll see that inside lane kind of hangs there. Maybe not. Looks like Evans is loose out of the corner. Hangs on to it. Contact with the one, I think, a little bit there, but he hangs on to it and keeps going. Keeps his wheels pointed in the right direction.
Yeah, he was a little slow the lap prior, so he's definitely got some good car handling right now. And I don't know if we called it, but Ray Lane has taken over top spot over Jamie Knopf. And then that 24, William Lark, snuck up into third, and I don't think he's. I think that's the highest he's been already so far today.
Yeah, Ray Lane to the lead. You're right. Jamie Knopf falls to second. William Lark restarted up there, hanging in there, trying to get that first win. Got William Owens on the inside, a little loose coming off the corner.
Yeah, I thought William, they were door to door. I thought he was going to have that spot, but yeah, he got a little loose on the low end there. The outside lane definitely looks like the lane to be, especially if you're too wide in the car. It's definitely the momentum lane.
Ooh, three wide off the
three wide.
Three wide, four. Oh, there they go. Wrecking down the straightaway. Caution is out. Nick Alford involved.
Nick Alford, Daniel Simmons, the 71 of William Owens we just talked about.
Martin Garreau involved. Let's go back and look and see what happened here. Best One Tire Auto Care instant replay. See if we can get a better view of this here. Let's back it up. So let's see. They go into the corner here. Who's that dives to the outside there? Is it the 06 on the outside of Nick? And then car gets tight in the middle, washes up the track, pushes Nick Alford into the 06, and around the 06 goes, and he clips I think Martin Garreau as he goes by.
Yeah, Martin Garreau, unfortunately, was an innocent bystander. When Danny was spinning, trying to get off of Nick there, Martin just kind of happened to be in the wrong place, wrong time. And then there was a car that kind of ghosted out, lost connection. I want to say it's the 36. I'll look at that. Kind of had connection issues, and no, the 86. The 86 of Travis Gilbert. Just kind of popped out of nowhere and hit the ball. Yeah, he looks like he's got right front damages. Big time. Well, a lot of cars out, a lot of guys coming in. Looks like we got tires coming in too. I'm watching Jamie Knopf right now. He's taking 4. So if he's taking 4, you know the rest of the guys that are in the field are taking 4. Yeah, it is a busy pit road right now.
Fender plays first one off pit road. I don't think he took 4. I think he took at least 2, if anything.
Yeah, I'll have to go back and verify that, but yeah, I assume he's probably the only one that took 2. Jamie's notorious for taking 2, but he got his 4. He actually beat Ray Lane out of pit lane, so he had a good stop there. And Feder Place, yes, only took 2.
Oh, the guys
the only guy with
there.
2.
So we've seen this before. We've seen it work before for Nicholas. Actually, Nick Alford got the win last week on 2 tires. So
that's correct. Yeah, that's true.
Trying to get that track position. Brandon Federplace trying to turn his season around. It's been a while since he's gotten a win. Back in season A, he grabbed a couple of wins, and since then it's kind of been had kind of a dry streak. I say that because he's had good runs, just hasn't visited victory lane recently.
Yeah, well, sometimes, what do they say? A blind squirrel can get a nut every now and again too. So I assume some of these guys that really have the talent we talk about week in, week out, they're gonna get there. They're gonna punch that ticket, victory lane. I'm looking back in chat too. Keith Hume says he loves watching FTSR Cup more than he likes racing in it, and we all agree. You're absolutely right. We do. We're glad you're in there watching than I'm being out in the track. And Mark Howe's got a special car cam for Brandon. Kermit's in the house, rooting on Jace. And let's see, yeah. Everybody else still in there. Hopefully you guys are enjoying some of this. A little bit more cautious than we'd like to see so far, but they are making it spicy for us. Good racing, though.
Kermit cheering on Jason 919. He's actually got a driver in his car tonight. The 91.
Okay, that's
Joshua
the
Connor.
919.
Yeah.
I'm not Roman, so I can't read those letter numbers.
91XI or IX.
91XI.
91IX for that, but yeah.
Brandon Rudin on the pace car. Yeah, he's been pretty clean tonight.
Well, speaking of the pace car, they are lined up behind it 2 by 2. We're getting ready to go back green flag racing here at Michigan. Again, not even to the 50 lap mark where they're going to score stage points, but we're getting there. It's going to be 20 to go to the stage when they take the green flag.
20 to go, fresh tires and a full field.
Pace car is off. They're coming to the restart zone. Brandon Fetterplace leading with those 2 tires. Jamie Knopf on the outside with 4. Green flag is out, and we're racing once again.
Brandon gets a really good jump out there. Fresh tires, dives right to the outside right away.
But Ray Lane giving that 48 a good push of Jamie Knopf into the corner. Jamie's going to retake that second spot. Try to close in on your leader.
Well, we're going to see what's gonna prevail. I mean, Jamie's really good on 2. We know Nick did really well on 2. I don't think I can recall ever seeing a Brandon take it 2. So, but yeah, Jamie's getting under him right now. Looks like he's getting ready to go around him.
Jamie all the way to the bottom.
Well, it might be a bit of a slide job. Here it comes.
He's clear. He is clear. Oh, here comes Brandon back to the inside, though, with that run off the top.
Yeah, but with that momentum and those extra set of tires, I have a feeling Jamie's going to be able to hold this off. But behind him, man, there's a bit of a gaggle right now.
John Connor right behind him, Ray Lane, William Lark, Bob Fitzpatrick, William Owens, Jamie, Richie Coy, all in this group here. We got, the one bouncing off the wall back there, Corey Atkins.
They're 3 wide in the back as well. Just give each other room. You can go 3 wide all you want. Just give each other some space up there.
3 wide. That's Lane Allen, I believe, on the bottom. Kevin Ruff, Michael Call right there together as well.
I'll tell you, Fetterplace is really holding it strong down there. He hasn't really let go a second. He's kind of under fire with John Connor on the outside. He's holding it strong on the lower lane.
Here comes Connor to the inside of Fetterplace. Yeah, Jamie Knopf broke away a little bit there, be able to get the lead. Now the battle's for second.
Ray gives John a little cut, a push there, and then dives down in front of Fetterplace. Fetterplace is definitely, the tires are starting to wear. He's starting to slowly fall back a little bit. Here comes Robert Fitzpatrick in the mix now.
Guys go down the front stretch now. John Connor going for the lead on Jamie Knopf. In that 18, looking to the inside, is going to get that lap led. Can kind of try to take it here in turn 1.
I think he got it. He's had some speed so far, showing some speed being a new guy in the league. Although, here comes Jamie again on the low line.
With a big draft down the back stretch into turn 3, dives to the bottom. Side by side. Meanwhile, Ray Lane looks on in third.
And they're door to door right now. I don't know who's going to be at the line. Ray just gets it. Or John gets it, sorry. Ray's right behind him, though. Ray's going to give John another little push. Ray's like, I want second.
Every turn 1, and his group behind him starting to catch him a little bit as they run side by side.
I'm amazed too. Some of the guys diving in real low, right on the line, coming into 1 and 2, and they're these new tires are definitely are able to make the swing.
If we ever get a long run, you're going to see that change probably. Really tight racing back there. William Lark, Corey Atkins, teammates there, 8th and 9th. William Owens right there in there with him.
Yeah, well, Corey's gained 7 spots since the start. William Owens, he started 24th up to 9th right now. Now, we know he had a little handling issues last round before pit stop, so we'll see if he was able to get an adjustment on that car as well.
Still got the race up front. John Connor now. Ray Lane putting some pressure on Connor.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think he's been too wide in front of this pack since his restart. I know Jamie's just kind of, he's just lurking in the behind there, just kind of waiting maybe to see if any action can happen, capitalize when he can. Fetterplace still holding strong though in 4th. Almost looks like he's kind of backing up that whole back pack a little bit, but he's still got an ace of his sleeve. Still looking pretty sharp out there. Back to almost 3 wide back action. Oh, Kevin. Yeah. Kevin Ruffin. I don't know who the hell that was on the inside there, but yeah. Tight there.
And Connor to the bottom. Ray Lane, Jamie Knopf continue to fight for the front here. And Brandon Fetterplace leading that second group. Now here comes Ray Lane looking to the inside of Connor for the lead with help from Knopf.
I don't know if I can handle watching these 3 yellow and black cars keep it up for the lead all race. I mean, you know, it's kind of an anomaly going on right now. But yeah, they are mixing and matching like crazy up there. Here comes Jamie Knopf, looking low, trying to get that lead back.
Jamie's like, thanks, I helped you, now I'm going to take it.
Yeah. Well, we know Jamie, and, you know, I got to look back to see where Daniel's at. Daniel's 1 lap down right now. I believe he's still on track. But, you know, both of them as teammates with the Tracy Motorsports organization, they're usually latecomers, especially, you know, they know how to save and they can keep their cars straight. And they got definitely a speed week in, week out. So, there's Jamie back to point, kind of doing what he's been doing.
Ooh, Richie Coy got into somebody back there and turned him around, and the caution is out. We've got a mess back here. Trying to see who that was.
This looked like it may have been J.C. Evans on the outside. I know, the 71. That was William Owens again. Richie Coy and William Owens make a little contact there.
I wonder if William got loose there or something, because it looks like they touched and then they knew it was on from there. We will look in our Best One Tire Auto Care instant replay. Come off the corner. Contact there with the 19. 19 gets help. And then, yeah. Wow.
Yeah, it did look like William did get a little loose there. Kind of drove him down the track. It looked like Richie, too, was kind of coming up the track a little bit. But, yeah, William definitely did get a little loose going to that corner. So he's still got a little bit of handling issues, for sure. All right. Well, with the rack and stack, we're going to have about a 10-lap shootout to the stage here. I can't imagine we're going to have anybody takers, except for guys that might need a little damage.
Let's ride on board. Let's ride on board with the 71. Let's ride on board with the 19. Where's the... I don't see him on my list. Too many drivers. Let's see.
PJ Luna, William Owens for sure are in.
Let's ride on board with Richie Coy here on the replay. Up the track a little bit into the 71. And he realized it and tried to pull it back down, but they'd already made contact.
Alex Murphy went in. Michael Call went in. Alexander Hodge went in. Simon Magnus in, still getting some damage fixed. Joshua O'Connor went in for a little bit of damage repair. Yeah, so a couple guys getting their damage done. It's not no better time than to do it now.
Yep, we're gonna have about 8-lap shootout to the end of the stage once the green comes back out. So we've seen it be intense so far, and it's just gonna ratchet up a little bit more for the stage.
Yeah, you know, hopefully these guys can make it through these 8 laps. A little bit too much caution, but you know, I'm seeing a lot of loose race cars, kind of some ill handling race cars right now. And I think it's causing a lot of the issues right now. So guys hitting the wall, guys getting a little loose, getting a little tight, and you know, other cars just not really having any place to go. And with this track with so much speed and so much draft and play, you know, it's kind of hard to get away from some of that stuff.
Let's go back and look one more time with the onboard of Michael Call, because he came through that. He was let's back it up. He was right behind all that when that happened through the corner. Let's see what happens here. This will tell the story, I think. 71 gets a little loose on exit, and 19 was coming up just a little bit on exit. It's amazing. It's actually amazing no more cars got involved than did, to be honest with you.
Right. Fortunately, a couple good hits by a few cars, so there's definitely a lot of fenders being unbuckled. Oh, the one car that looked like they got the most damage out of that was obviously Daniel Simmons, or no, not E.J. Luna, I believe, got quite a bit of that. And Nick Alford actually went in for a late pit stop. He's in right now.
He was involved in that caution before this, so he's probably still getting damage fixed.
He's at the very back of the field right now.
And
he's the last guy on the lead lap.
Well, okay, he's showing a lap down on the screen.
Oh, so. Okay. So, yeah, maybe.
All right, well, pace car is going to come in, like I said, 8-lap shootout to the stage. We'll see who gets these stage points. Pace car's off in the restart zone. Here comes Jamie Knopf leading them down. Green flag is out, and a pretty good start by the 48 of Jamie Knopf. He's going to pull Brandon Fetterplace with him, who's hanging out there on those two tires.
Yeah, well, that caution, I'm sure, probably helped Brandon a little bit, too, to kind of help him maintain his track position. But he's been looking pretty good on them two tires. Corey Atkins kind of on the inside right now. Everybody kind of single file out, but you got Corey kind of on the inside. Maybe he may or may not get freight train here, depending on where everybody else is on their tire strand. He's able to make it stick. He's making that pass now. Up to fourth.
Corey Atkins up to fourth. The battle for second. Fetterplace on the outside. Ray Lane on the inside trying to make that work. Side by side, I'm sure Jamie's looking back saying, you guys keep doing that. Let me get away from you.
Absolutely. Yeah, he definitely didn't want to see the caution before, but he kind of picked up where he left off. I'm looking at the guy on the inside. There's one guy on the inside lane under Richie Coy. Is that the 52? Or 92?
Cameron King. Let's go back up front here.
I'm in such a far angle. All the cars look like little Matchbox cars. I got to zoom in on them when I see some shenanigans.
Look at Bob Fitzpatrick. You talked about that knee wheel. He's up to fifth. I'm sure he's just glad to be back out here after missing the first two races with a broken wheel.
That is one of the worst feelings. Yeah, when you got equipment that's down and you know everybody's out there, quote unquote, having fun, and you're just sitting on the sideline waiting for, UPS to deliver your new purchase. And I wonder if he got an upgrade. He's looking pretty sharp out there. He definitely got it figured out. So it's always, some guys with new equipment that take him a week or two, but he looks like he's back on cue from where he was a couple weeks ago before he had the wheel issue.
Still the battle. And here he goes under. Corey Atkins trying to get that fourth spot. Washes up the track a little bit. Really close battle there. He's going to lose that spot. Maybe lose more as we get. He gets a run. John Connor gets on the inside of him.
Yeah, John kind of he fell back a couple spots since that last bout. But Corey, man, just kind of burning through the field. And we talk to Corey a lot of times too. And if you're out there, Corey, and you can hear us, patience, man. If you got the speed, you get there. Just relax.
Patience. There's a stage waiting on coming up. What are you talking about? Patience.
I don't. It don't matter. Gotta look at the big picture.
I'll tell you what, Jamie Knopf has gotten a kind of a nice lead over Ray Lane in second. And Ray Lane's kind of pulled, and I say that like it's one name, Ray Lane. I keep saying that. Lane is, because we have a Lane Allen, so I don't want to say Lane. And anyway, but he's kind of in his own bubble as well.
Yeah, obviously, first and second definitely pulled through. And, now you got Corey Atkins running third right now. Does he have even enough time to work his way up to second? There's kind of a big gap right there, but I know Corey's got some speed.
They are running out of time. 3 laps to the stage.
Pits are going to be closed, I believe, the next lap around. So, but yeah, Jamie set sail. He's got a 6/10 gap over second right now, and some of them look like they calmed down a little bit, but we only got 2 laps to the stage, so that could all change.
Yeah, it's funny how they've gotten spread out up front, really. I mean, now you're seeing Corey Atkins start to close in on second place, but Jamie Knopf has just pulled off and pulled away from these guys. Is that something we may see later on as you see Corey Atkins going for second?
Yeah, Corey had a great run off of Ford there, too, and he was pulling Ray Lane down the back straight, or front straight, rather. And yeah, he made that pass look real easy.
Well, he caught him quick, and he got by him pretty quick. Can he run down the 48? Is he within the draft? What is he? He's 8/10 of a second back?
He's got a lap and a half to actually get there. I can see him maybe reaching his bumper, but hey, making that pass is going to be a little rough. 1 lap to go here.
Coming to 1 lap to go for the stage. Actually, two to go, right? To the stage.
Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah, it is 2 to go. Yeah. You know, math is not my strong suit. Not that we got to remind everybody.
Let's see if he can make any inroads. Now Bob Fitzpatrick pulls right on the back and now to the side of Ray Lane for third. That is the battle up front right now as he goes to the inside of Ray.
Well, I don't know if Jamie's slowing down because it seems like that whole pack is kind of catching Jamie. Jamie definitely does not have the lead he once did. And, yeah, Robert's on a move now, too.
1 lap.
Now we got 1 lap to go.
We got 1 lap to catch him. And I don't know, they haven't really made that much time up. Let's see where it is. Half a second. The closer they get, the more draft they're going to get.
Yep. I mean, I'm kind of looking, our top 10 is pretty much on an island right now, so there's really no fighting for that last stage point. There might be intermixing stage points to be had, but the top 10 are pretty solid if they can just stay where they're at.
Here comes Bach to the inside. They're going to fight for second place. They're not going to get there, but second place is on tap for the 3 of Fitzpatrick and the 1 of Corey Atkins. Who's going to get it? It looks like it's going to be Corey Atkins hanging on, but Jamie Knopf is going to win the stage here at Michigan, takes the stage win and those valuable points and that playoff point.
Yeah, that was tight. It almost looked like there was a little contact there between Corey and Robert in turn 4, but I think they were able to keep about an inch off each other. So good racing, though. Oh, no, they did. They made a little touch. They had a little touch.
Close racing there, but the stage caution is out. We'll have the stage break here, and we'll get back at it. Everybody gets kind of a reset here. Going to go in, get their tires and fuel, and settle in for 75 laps of racing from here on out.
Get your repair, get gas, get your tires, make a good clean pit stop, 3 in, 3 out, all that good stuff. They definitely made it interesting for us, but does anybody have anything for Jamie right now? That's my question.
As they gather down the backstretch, we'll get for pit stops. We'll get them underway. This is a great time to remind you, though. The Victory Fuel Cup Series is brought to you by Victory Fuel. Go to drinkvictory.com. Use code FTSR for 10% off of your order. You can get some of their great, amazing drinks. Their electrolyte flavored water products there. You got Lucky Lemon, you got Throttle Punch, you got Purple Potion. You got you can get a variety pack, a 4-pack. You can get a 12-pack. Hell, you can probably get a larger, order than that.
I'm sure they would sell you as much as you want.
Yeah.
And you're getting 10% off if you use FTSR.
Yeah, and 10%, the more you buy, the more you get off, right?
That's right.
That's the way it works.
And the more you get to drink as well.
Yeah, so definitely visit drinkvictory.com. Victory Fuel, the proud sponsor of the Victory Fuel Cup Series here at Full Throttle Sim Racing. Pit stops are underway now. As your leader comes down, we're watching the 1 of Corey Atkins take his service as well. Who's going to win this battle off pit road?
I know there's nobody out there taking 2 tires this round, so I have a feeling Jamie's going to be able to, with that first stall, he'll be able to get out of the box pretty quick. And, yep, he's definitely out there. Corey almost had him.
Close. Alexander Hodge stays out under caution here. He's going to take over the lead. But Jamie Knopf wins the battle off pit road over Corey Atkins and Bob Fitzpatrick with Brandon Fetter plays. Brandon held on with those 2 tires to get some stage points.
Yeah, for sure. And yeah, that was a pretty good move on his part. Stay up there. Good drive as well. So not bad. Keith Hume is in the waiting room. I don't know why. What are you waiting for, Keith?
Waiting for one of his drivers to win, I guess. Taking a look at chat. Let's see what we got in here. Got Ben Tracy commenting, I thought the Truck Series was on Wednesday nights. Well, this isn't Wednesday, so yes, you are correct. Truck Series is on Wednesday nights.
Richie's been saying he's been wanting to run trucks again, so I don't know if that's got anything to do with it. I told him he's not taking my spot.
And then I may be missing something because Aaron's like, Tracy, that hurts a little. Let's see, what are we talking about here?
I think maybe because of the Wednesday comment. Maybe because we've had a little shade of caution before the stage here. So hopefully these guys can kind of clean it up a little bit and get out there.
Okay, I see. Aaron's taking offense to that because he runs Wednesday nights. I see.
That's what I'm thinking, maybe. And I'm looking too, Alexander Hodge, he did take 4 tires, but that was on lap 40. So he's been out there since. So he's going to have 10 lap less tires. Maybe he's counting on another caution early on, maybe kind of get back on equal tire strategy.
Yeah, Hodge out front, stayed out during the caution here. He's going to have a little older tires. Jamie Knopf with the new fresh tires on the inside. We'll see if Hodge can hang on and kind of let those things balance out and be able to get back on strategy with the next caution. If there's a next caution, maybe we go green from here.
Well, we've seen it happen, especially after the stage. Seen people kind of calm down. I mean, they're definitely going to have to pit. So, you know what I always say: patience, practice. Not practice, but patience.
From his 19th starting spot, Hodge is going to lead him down to the green here on the outside. On the outside. Jamie Knopf on the inside. Into the restart zone. Hodge fires off for green once again.
He got a late jump out of that box, out of the Geico box, but yeah, he was able to make that move and hold up front. We'll see how long he can stay out there. That's going to be the real trick. It's not a bad strategy. Just you're going to probably get eaten up a little bit here.
Down the backstretch, they are still 2x2 up front. The 48 getting help from the 1 of Atkins down into the corner. Bob Fitzpatrick up high, looking to maybe make it 3 wide. Slides back up the track behind Hodge.
Corey makes a good dive down low. He's going to probably lead this right here. And they are 3 wide almost to the lead there.
Looks like Corey Atkins was moving up. The 52 thought about making it 3. There was no hold there. Atkins to the lead, though. The 52 looking back for the lead on the inside. 3 wide now as they head off in the corner. I think Bob backed out of that and thought better.
That is always a smart decision, especially we've got quite a bit of laps to go, over 70 laps to go still. So, yeah, you gotta, you know what they say, you gotta, to finish, you must finish, or what do they say? To finish first, you must finish.
To finish first.
All you gotta finish.
Oh my goodness! To finish first, you must first finish.
That's right. All right. Well, Corey out front, he's got that clean air in front of him. Let's see how much he can stay out there. We know Jamie's got a good long run car, and he kind of showed it toward the end of that run there. Let's just see.
A lot of ducking and diving, shaking and jiving up front here at Michigan. Oh, you see the middle of the pack. There's a little bit of a check up there as they end up 3 wide as they head off into turn 3.
Yeah, it's Brian Dixon. You got Richie Coy on the very outside there. 52 on the inside.
Somebody in the wall back there behind them, but everybody stays straight here. Yeah, it's rush hour here in Michigan.
Yeah, nobody has actually came up with or there has not been a breakaway pack just yet. I mean, even the lead, there's a little bit of a gap there between between Jamie and Alexander, but nothing like we have seen so far. Little too wide action. Just keep it clean, guys. A lot of racing. Stay with the draft. Again, no points really to be had until this race is over.
The one breaking the draft, the 48 up high, and one out front right now. Corey Atkins, Jamie Knopf chasing him down. Alexander Hodge, William Lark right there as well, looking to the inside.
Yeah, Alexander's been hanging on pretty good, especially with the 10 lamp old tires. I mean, he's down to 5th right now. It's kind of side by side with 4th. But man, I'll tell you, Corey had a hell of a run off of turn 4 there, and you saw the gap. And just watch this again too. He's got that car hooked up on exit.
Well, the one thing he's doing differently is the lane that I like to run is where he's running. That second groove through the 3 and 4. You carry a lot of momentum off the corner. The car doesn't want to push up as much off the corner. And he's able to get that run down the straightaway and maintain that gap as they head off into turn 1.
Yeah, and watching that too. And he's doing the same thing in 1 and 2, and it is definitely paying off because he's got excellent runoff.
It's funny because I know you said something about we've got a car in the wall back there behind him, but looks like he keeps it going. You talked about how everybody's running the bottom, diving to the bottom like that. You see the 48, the 24 both doing that. He's running that second groove and keeping his car wound up, and that's working really well for him. And I'm surprised other guys aren't picking up on that.
Well, I'm sure they're gonna by the end of this race. Yeah, they need to kind of pay attention to what he's doing right now. Started 13th up to 1st right now, and he's looking real strong up there.
All right, now you're starting to see the 48 move up a lane. Boy, it's getting crazy back there behind him, though. Cameron King, Alexander Hodge, better place.
3 wide behind Wayne Grossi. If it was for a second, they were going to sort that out. Wow. Oh, yeah, gaggle of cars.
It looks like Hodge is in the wall a little bit there. It caused a little bit of a checkup. They're going to end up 3 wide down the straightaway.
Yeah, Alexander for sure. He's down to 10th right now. Those tires are definitely showing their age.
Look at Richie Coy back there in that.
He's in the meat of the sandwich.
Oh, we got a wreck behind him. Wayne Grossi almost gets turned around. They keep it straight somehow, and we stay green.
Wow. A little contact from the 52 there. Yeah. Wow. Man, and they're still kind of shucking and jiving in the back there. Just kind of looking through the field too. You know, we talked about John Connor. He's kind of stuck behind that pack as well. Cars right now. You got J.C. Evans. You got Jeff Chandler in that group as well. Richie Coy kind of was able to kind of get out of that. He's starting to kind of on his island all by himself. But man, the action going on behind him is pretty intense. Alexander Hodge is trying to hang on though. He's unfortunately just getting trained back there.
3 wide. He almost that was close.
Yeah.
What was that? John Connor just got by him there on the outside, just barely.
Yeah, and the 84 got around him, but I know probably Alexander. He's probably waiting for that caution, just to get back on equal tire strategy.
All right, well, our leaders up front are starting to catch some lap traffic. There's a car right in front of them there. Forgot to negotiate around. That dirty air can play a factor here as everybody's kind of caught back up to that one of Atkins.
Who's that they're catching now, too? That's not Nick Elford, is it? It is.
Alfred with damage from that earlier wreck. Last week's winner goes another lap down.
He's got a pretty good points lead, so I don't know if it's going to hurt him too much. He definitely needs to just finish the race so he doesn't stop the damage. Corey Atkins starting to get under fire by Jamie Knopf, and he's got Corey's got a lot of action going on in his mirror right now. They did figure out the line Corey was running because they are right there.
Jamie Knopf, William Lark, Bob Fitzpatrick, all right there together. And they've run down your leader, the one of Atkins.
I just can't help watching a lot of the action. Almost 3 wide again. Richie Coy kind of let that settle out before he tried to make that move.
Kingman Fetter Place, nose to tail there. Behind this group, here comes Jamie Knopf looking to the bottom of your leader. Can't quite get there. It's going to slide up behind him. Meanwhile, behind him, Lark a little tight off the corner. Fitzpatrick's going to get in the back of him, kind of give him a push down the straightaway as they snake down the front stretch.
Kind of looking through the field, too. I mean, we had Ray Lane up in front. He's showing an 8th right now. Lane Allen started 2nd, running 9th. Brian Messer kind of worked his way up in the field, showing 5th right now. And Brandon Fetter Place 6th right now. Obviously on the same tire strategy. Cameron King up to 5th. So a couple of new faces in new places.
Jamie Knopf around that bottom lane with the 24. Bob Fitzpatrick running a little bit higher. He's going to get a run on William Lark, but he's going to pull back behind him and push him.
Yeah, it looks like he's helping him. Giving him that old push. Sometimes that push is helpful, and sometimes there's just nowhere to go. I think we had that incident in the ARCA race on Thursday night.
I think the one just got loose off turn 2. That's allowed these guys to catch right up on the back bumper. Here comes the 48 of Jamie Knopf looking to the inside as they head into 3 for the lead.
Yeah, we see that with Corey. Corey needs to keep it off the wall. He's got a lot of speed.
Oh, he's loose again. He's loose. 24 checks up for him. Bob Fitzpatrick dives to the bottom. He's going to be able to take 2nd spot.
Wow, they scatter. Here comes Fetter Place up the middle.
Bunch of vultures
trying to capitalize. Yep.
Ooh, who's that? Messer really loose back there behind him. You're starting to see what happens. These tires get old. They get, well, not old, but they get older. They get hot. And some of these guys, their setup's not liking these older tires.
Yeah, we're only looking. They're only about 17 to 20 laps old. Some of these guys, as far as tires go. So I mean, it's not a long run as of yet, but they are starting to get a little greasy out there. And we got a 3 wide battle right now for we got Lane Allen, Brandon Fetter Place, and is that the 41 of Ray Lane?
Ray Lane, and he takes that spot on the bottom, so it's slide up in front of Brandon. Brandon had a moment off turn 2, I believe, and a lot of these guys kind of catch up on him.
Well, he was capitalizing, and then unfortunately that capitalization kind of turned into a lowercase. Don't ask me where I come up with these. They just come pop in the head.
If you like Tony's jokes, guys, in the chat, just let him know.
There's somebody out there laughing. Just kind of looking through. Yeah, we almost got a double 3 wide action there for a second. Wow. I mean, and they're fighting for what? 3rd place?
Third now 4th. Like, yeah, I don't. That one,
there's a lot of action going on.
One of Corey Atkins kind of slid back and kind of backed these guys up just a little bit. 1st and 2nd, it's out. Whoa, you see him getting out of shape coming off the corner. Who was that? Ray Lane pulled up right in front of Lane Allen, who I think had to check up, got the wall a little bit.
Brandon Fetter Place giving a little push to the 92 there. At least I think it's a 92. Yep.
Who you see Ray Lane really loose in that 41, almost wrecking. We got a car taking off into the infield there. Brian Dixon.
Corey got a little loose there as well.
You're starting to see these guys really have some handling issues, and they didn't plan ahead for a long run, and their cars are showing it.
That's right. I mean, and Corey had such a great run off the initial start here. He might need to learn how to save a little bit when he goes to get the tires. Some of these guys are going to have to learn, the long run is where it's at with some of these. If we do obviously stay green, which we do promote. Yeah,
Boy,
Corey
everybody
still getting loose. Wow.
loose off the corner, yeah. So I'm watching these guys wiggle coming off the corner.
One guy I'm looking at right now that looks pretty solid is Lane Allen. I haven't seen him really get too sloppy. He's just kind of out there taking care of his car. And, he's knocking on the door of 5th place, trying to get under Corey right now.
You can say it, Ray Lane and Lane Allen right there together.
Yep.
Really close race as they head off in the corner. Who's that right on the door? Somebody on entry. That's William Owens trying to fight his way back towards the front. Somebody in the wall there. Right beside Brandon Fetterplace hitting the wall there.
Man. A lot of these guys are having a kind of a seesaw night, you know. They're up and down the field and they get the run, then they kind of get loose and they fall back a little bit, and yeah, a lot of hard car management. Whoa, Cameron!
That one,
wow.
Yeah, Cameron was right on the bumper of the one. The one got really loose coming off turn 4, smacked the wall again, and he's probably going to go backwards now as he's on the outside lane. Oh, somebody up into him. Is that Fetterplace? No, that is
William Owens, maybe?
William Owens. Little door tap there. Oh no. Are you kidding me? William Owens and the 19 Akoi together again?
Yeah. Yeah, definitely Williams got a little loose there and knocked Richie down in the infield. They're still straight, though. He lost some spots.
We stay green, though. Still up front, Jamie Knopf leading the way. Bob Fitzpatrick closing in, though, in second. And those guys have broken away quite a bit from William Larkin, third to 24.
It's easy to do with what we've been watching. Yeah, but and Jamie's got a minute lead against new wheelman Robert. But yeah, they have got a hell of a breakaway over.
We got another car
third place
down way on the inside there. For Cameron King, it is. Sorry, no, Cameron Albertson, my bad. Really loose.
Going through the back of the field too, and yeah, we got a lot of guys that are, you could tell that they're just having some issues.
Lane Allen on the outside of Kevin Ruff.
Yeah, we're just going to talk about Kevin because he kind of been hauling through the field here, and he's another guy that kind of shows up towards the end of these, especially when the run goes long. He definitely's got a long run car set. Yeah, trying to work on Lane Allen here.
And I can tell Lane may be going forwards. He's looking for Cameron King right there in front of him, looking for a way around.
Well, Lane's got some speed out here, and we know he knows how to take care of his car. And again, I haven't seen him really get too out of shape at all throughout this race. So, he might be a force to reckon with. He just needs to get a little bit more track position, maybe even a little clean air here.
He's going to look to the inside of Cameron King, but Cameron getting a little help from Kevin Ruff there.
Yeah, Lane has not really kind of got off the bottom line either, though. So either he doesn't want to be on that top line, or he just maybe the car does not work on the top line. But they're all fighting for third right now.
Actually, fourth. Looks like Lane's going to get fourth and going to go work on third. Right in front of him, William Lark running in third place. Meanwhile, all that happened, we had a lead change. Bob Fitzpatrick to the front. No surprise to see him on the long run show up.
Yeah, very true. Again, like I say, new wheel did not seem to hinder him at all. He definitely got this thing figured out.
Here's how it happened. Off turn 4, he gets a run on Jamie. It looks like he maybe got a little tight or a little loose. Bob just pulls to the bottom. He's able to make that pass down the front stretch and takes the lead.
Yeah, looks like they're getting ready to catch a lap car as well. And Daniel Simmons, they're going right by him. Daniel gives him plenty of room. Jamie's just going to kind of hang in tow there, try to hang with him.
We got quite
man,
the mess.
they got a great gap though over third.
Mess back here for about 10th on back. Jeff Chandler, Brian Messer, EJ Luna, Richie Coy. All right there trying to chase down Corey Atkins, who's falling through the field like a rock. He's got that loose car in front of him, just trying to hang on.
I think Richie actually lost a couple spots there. Because Corey, I'm showing Corey right now in ninth. Yeah, Richie's all the way down to 13th.
We had that moment with the 71 off turn 2 again.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
EJ Luna goes by Chandler back here for this group. So now he's going to set his sights on the 1 of Corey Atkins. Meanwhile, up here in front of him, Ray Lane, Brandon Fetter Place, Cameron King, all fighting for position here. You can tell, though, the pace has slowed down. These tires are wore out. And these guys are fighting for everything they can just to keep the car under control.
Yeah, and kind of going back to my math, which is not my strong suit, I'll mind you, but we should probably be seeing some guys coming in within the next 10 laps or so if they wanted to kind of split up that stage, or at least from the stage, presuming if we do stay green. I mean, the cars are sloppy, but they still need gas at some point, so I'm assuming we're going to see some takers here within, like I say, within maybe the next 10 laps or so.
Lane Allen looking for third spot here on William Lark. Goes to the high line. He's going to get that run down the straightaway. Here he comes to the inside of the 24, has a moment. So Lane Allen's going to take third, just very methodically working his way through the pack. Did not fire off extremely fast, kind of fell back through the field, but now he finds himself in third spot. Yeah,
Kevin went right with him, too. It looks like Ray Lane's not going to try and get a little piece of that 24. Yeah, Lane's definitely showing his speed out here. I know he likes this track.
Here goes EJ Luna looking to the inside of the 1 of Corey Atkins. This is fight for 9th. Both of those drivers up the track.
Yeah, I'm kind of surprised Corey's still been able to kind of hang on to it. I wonder if he had a little damage shoe from some of the wall taps. Something we tell him every week, if you can keep off the wall. You guys say the same thing to me. I mean, I don't listen, but, we figured maybe Corey would listen. They got a little bit of gaggle there, but yeah, EJ's very loose. Jeff Chandler closing in on Corey now. Jeff, unfortunately, he's got nowhere to go.
Gonna tap the 1 into the corner there. EJ Luna all the way to the bottom. Corey Atkins way high. Jeff Chandler's following him. Again, we talked about these guys kind of gravitating to the top, and you're seeing it now. Those guys running the top lane there, getting that run down the straightaway. And it's easier to hang on to the car. For those that haven't driven, it's easier to hang on to the car when you run the outside lane usually, until you get the tires bad anyway in iRacing. But overall, it's less of a, we see EJ Luna take that. Oh, in front of us, something happened.
Wow, yeah.
Oh, we got a car around. Caution is out.
It is Kevin Ruff and Ray Lane, it looks like. Oh, no, not Kevin Ruff. Oh, maybe it is.
It is. It's Kevin Ruff. Caution is out. Let's go back to our best 1 tire and auto care. This is a replay. Coming off the corner, Kevin gets loose into Richie. Is that Richie Coy?
No, that was William Lark.
And he slides right in front of, is that Ray Lane you were talking about?
Yeah.
Just happens to be right there.
Yep.
Let's see if we can see a different view here. Looks like Kevin gets loose off the corner into the side of the 24 and right up in front of Ray Lane.
Well, Doyle, no green flag pit stops. You just type that in, and I'm sure we're going to have a busy pit road now because everybody should be able to make it in on fuel. Didn't look like a bad wreck where a lot of guys got some damage, so I think everybody will probably be okay. Just need new tires.
All right, our leaders are in.
One car I'm sure that was really happy to see that caution come out was Alexander Hodge. I mean, he started the last green flag. He worked. Fortunately, he fell back all the way to 28th. He was almost getting ready to go a lap down. Probably in another few laps, he would have probably happened. So
yep.
he's back on equal strategy now, at least.
The other driver I want to watch is the 81 of EJ Luna. He started making moves there towards the end. Looks like he had a really quick car. Just did not have the track position. Now he's going to have a little bit better track position. We'll see what he can do with it. And Lane Allen, we'll see what Lane Allen can do. Now he's got, track position. Actually beats William Lark off pit. So he'll come out second out of the pits.
Well, he's definitely got a long run car, and his car looked very stable towards the end of that. I mean, we definitely saw who had the hair on their chest there at the end, with car handling go. So I mean, EJ was looking pretty good, but he's still looking a little loose there. We know Corey got a little loose towards the end of that run. William Lark got a little loose towards the end of that run. So yeah, there's a lot of guys that were looking very strong. A lot of guys though, still maybe they were able to get in there and tweak the setup just one last time to try and make something out of it tonight. But I don't know. Robert Fitzpatrick Jr., Jamie Knopf, they have been the class of the field tonight, and I kind of feel like we're going to be talking about the two of them. Who's going to be able to punch the ticket tonight?
So you're talking about hair on their chest. So by the chest hair gauge, it looks like Lane Allen, Bob Fitzpatrick, look like they're in good shape. EJ Luna, and then there's some guys that have a completely like a very a hairless chest, let's say, is the one of some of these guys struggling with handling. The one of Corey Atkins. Who else out there would you say?
Well, from what we've seen, I think Brian Messer was having a little bit of looseness. I'm looking. Why is it showing Jamie Knopf? He fell back through the field.
Yes, I knew we were missing one up there. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go back and see because he's showing at 12th right now. He didn't take 4 tires and then another 2 tires, did he?
He took 8 tires.
I just, I'm kind of surprised. I don't think he had damage or anything.
He did drop back.
Oh, I see what happened. He overshot his pit.
Oh.
And he had to kind of correct, and then he looked like he was too far over, and wow. That is definitely not a good move. But he's definitely got a car for it, so he's definitely one we're going to have to look for.
We only got, 37 laps to go here.
Yeah.
They can make it on fuel, so, fuel's not an issue, but we get another long run. Handling may be an issue, like we saw right there, so we'll see how this plays out. You got Bob Fitzpatrick leading the way. Lane Allen in second, William Lark in third. Brandon Fetter place, EJ Luna, your top 5 with Atkins, Chandler, Coy, Messer, and King running out your top 10. Pace cars off. They come down to the restart zone, getting ready for the green flag. Bob Fitzpatrick leading the way. Green flag is out, and we're racing once again.
Well, yeah, we only have so many laps to go, but there's still going to be some tire management, some patience involved, too. And, there's a lot, again, new faces, new places. Alan Duranko up to 12th. Jeff Chandler worked his way up to 8th right now. Rich Koisa showing at 7th. So a lot of these guys kind of, E.G. Lona, we talked about him. He's up to 5th right now.
One in the wall off the corner, the one of Corey Atkins.
Yeah, there's a little bit of gaggle on the very, very back as well. One guy kind of hit the wall there, green card, trying to find who was riding the wall right now. Lost a lot of spots. Kept it going, so we're still moving along here. Kyle Milliken in the picture now, running 16th. I mean, they're so tight up front, though. I mean, even 16th and up front. I mean, it's really anybody's race right now.
Another car in the wall hard right there. That was AJ Zepeda, I believe, hitting the wall pretty good there. He's going to have some damage from that. Was it William Owens? I can't really tell. I don't know. One of those two. Oh, you see the one of Corey Atkins really loose off the corner.
Oh, wow.
Oh, he pulls right up in front of the car, catching him there.
Well, Corey's got to remember, he has a quick car, but it falls off. He's got to kind of baby them tires a little bit. Let the car come to you. Don't push it too early on. It's not a good strategy.
And look who's showing up at the top 5 now. Jeff Chandler looking to the inside. VJ Luna for 4th spot.
Yeah, well, he's got Jamie Knopf, though. We talked about it. Jamie started at 12th, and he's worked his way up to 6th right behind Jeff right now. So Jamie's trying to make up for that that bad pit stop on the outside of Jeff right now.
Here comes on the outside. Trying to follow Luna through. He's looking to the outside of DJ Luna now. Here comes Jamie Knopf trying to make up those spots on the outside.
Ooh, Richie Coy just taps the wall a little bit.
Saw that. I'm sure you'll let him
say it again. Richie Coy just hit the wall.
That's what I knew you would let him
The
know.
number 19 just hit the wall.
It's a rough night so far at the 19th quarter.
Hopefully he's not having shifter issues or vacuuming being done.
Starting to see those moves on the straightaway get a little more aggressive, a little more pronounced as they try to break the draft. We get closer to the end of this race.
I'm looking at Lane right now, kind of hanging out there in second, looking really good, and we know he's got a good long run car here. If he can kind of hang on to this draft, I mean, top 3 is for sure in his future. We know he's got Jamie. Jamie's looking underneath Brandon Fetterplace right now, or getting ready to look underneath, and we know how quick Jamie is.
Fetterplace gets to run off the corner.
Yeah.
Chandler's going to pull up and now pull to the inside of Jamie Knopf. He's going to have help from Luna.
We still got 30 to go here. There still is a lot of meat left on the bone in this race.
Absolutely.
Especially too with the long laps. So yeah, you got to keep the car clean. We know Robert though has got a good long run car, and he's got a really stable car. Jamie as well, Lane as well, Jeff Chandler as well. There's a lot of guys right now within, I'd say, the top 10 that can really make this happen.
If you're referring to him as Robert, I refer to him as Bob because he's Bob in the system here. And I know he's been sitting on the sidelines for the last 2 weeks, licking his chops, waiting to get out here. And,
yeah, you're right.
He's making it all work here.
Well, he's been out of the groove in a couple weeks, like I say, waiting on UPS or FedEx or the Postal Service to deliver his new wheel. And like I say, he's got that thing hooked up right now. But yeah, I'm showing him as Robert. Him and his dad are both Roberts to me. So, but I guess they're both Bob's. Sail. 2-second or 2/10 group right now.
Jamie
Here
Knopf.
comes Jamie Knopf, yeah.
Tight on Fetterplace to 34 down the straightaway. It's a little tight through 1 and 2. Now he's looking to the inside of the 14 of Lane Allen as Fetterplace gets the wall a little bit off the corner.
Yeah, Jamie's been patient, but patiently aggressive is our word. And yeah, he's making that low line work really good. Definitely looks like he's going to clear Lane Allen right here.
Corey Atkins
I don't know.
Into the side of somebody down into turn 3, but here comes 2x2, and it looks like Lane Allen's going to get that help from the outside from Fetterplace to clear the 48, but here he comes once again diving into the corner.
Yeah, Jamie's definitely trying to make that low line work, but he'd rather be up at that high line, get that clean air. Oh, Richie Coy back in the wall again.
Again?
Yeah. It ain't me driving it. I'm here with you. Yeah, he looked like he got a little tight coming on it, too. Real tight coming on it. Definitely, he got pounced on lost a few spots there. Kind of held up a couple guys.
Here's the battle for second still on. Lane Allen, Jamie Knopf now on the outside. Lane looking on the inside.
There goes Jamie. Jamie's able to get that outside now. He took it away from Lane. Ooh, Lane's like, oh, no, you ain't taking it that easy. He's back on the inside.
Off of turn 2, down the backstretch they go. Lane's still looking to the outside. He's going to finally fall in line here behind the 48.
I'll tell you, man, there's a lot of slicing and dicing going on up here. This is pretty wild stuff. I'm just happy to see them keep it clean for the most part.
Jamie now has his sights set on the leader, the 3 of Bob Fitzpatrick, leading this race. First time out in this season. Last 2 weeks, like I said, he's been sitting on the sidelines watching, just licking his chops, waiting to get those parts for his wheel, get his wheel put back together and get back out here. It's making the most of it here at Michigan.
Well, and he's been, he's had this nice clean air since this restart, and he's kind of hasn't really been under fire by anybody. So he's kind of been able to just kind of ride out there and save, and which we know he knows how to do, and he does well. Jamie, unfortunately, had to work his way up from 12th, and we've kind of seen him blast through the field here. Hopefully, Jamie's got a little extra fuel in the tank there and tread on the tire there to maybe try to get back up to him. Jamie, though, is at a slight disadvantage because of that.
Which these guys come off the corner. Boy, I tell you what, that one is still loose. Watching Corey Atkins and Richie Coy battle. And who was that? Cameron King, who kind of joined the battle there late, and he was right there in the danger zone.
Yeah. Was it Cameron King or Brian Messer?
It was Cameron King that kind of come up.
Oh, well, they're both
those guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Messer's right behind the 19 of Coy.
Yeah, I almost think Brian had to check up a little bit for Richie there.
Once Richie moved down the track on the straightaway in both the last 2 laps down towards the 1, I'm pretty sure he's probably maybe a little unhappy with the 1. Oh, we see Messer get tapped from behind. Goes for a slide on the infield. Can he save it? He does. He keeps it straight.
Man, that's completely lost momentum. Unfortunately, he's back to the back of the pack. That is the broadcaster curse right there. Just talking about him.
He does hang on to it, though. Keeps it straight. No caution.
Back up front, Robert Fitzpatrick, 0.4 seconds ahead of Jamie Knopf. And still kind of walking away from Jamie a little bit. You got Lane Allen on the outside running 3rd. Brandon Fetter plays 4th. Jeff Chandler 5th.
Lane just trying to hang on, lets his tires get a little older. He'll have a little bit of an advantage if it plays out like we saw last time around. He's hanging tough in 3rd place. Bob Fitzpatrick, though, has pulled a little bit of a gap on these guys. We'll see if they can make that up over the next 25 laps, 23 laps.
23. Well, and we've heard, too, clean air is king with this car. And, from previous races, a lot of our race winners always say the clean air. And Robert's got it right now, and he's obviously making it worthwhile. Jamie did gain about 10 pounds over that last lap. And I'm kind of looking at Jeff Chandler right now, working on the underside of Brandon Fetter place for 4th. And Jeff, Jeff has had some bad luck over the last couple of weeks, and really a lot of the season he's been having good with bad luck. But sharp tonight, he did take that spot from Brandon.
He's going to slide up right in front of Brandon and take over 4th spot there. I was watching the battle back there with the 1 and the 19. The 1 Atkins got around Coy, and now he's going to go after Ray Lane in the 41.
Yeah, I'm watching Jeff Chandler again too, trying to go after Lane Allen right now. And again, I mean, Jeff is usually a good long run car, good long run racer, and we kind of saw him. He had nowhere to go that last round, but he's got places to go now. He's definitely got the track. Here he goes. He's on the other side of Lane Allen right now for 3rd.
Looking to the inside. Here comes Jeff Chandler. Lane on the outside.
And I hate to tell Bob Fitzpatrick this, but I'll catch it. It's down to 2.5 seconds, or 2/10 away. They are slowly reeling in, Bob.
Ooh, Jeff gets loose, almost up into the 14 of Allen. They hang on to it. We got another car taking a trip through the infield there. It's Kyle Milliken. That slalom course off turn 2, I've seen some of the drivers be taking. I didn't know Michigan had a chicane. We got contact. William Owens in the side of William Lark. William Lark in the side of William Owens. The Williams.
Well, they could also be Bills too, I guess, right? We're going with that. Oh, a little contact with Jeff Chandler and Brandon Fetter place up in front just a little small tap in there. Fortunately, Jeff kind of lost that edge he had on Lane. And Lane's now starting to catch up on our top 2 as Jamie's starting to catch Robert.
Everything's starting to come together here as we get 20 to go. We're coming into 19 laps to go here in Michigan. The Williams back there finally sorted out, I think. Owens over Lark. Hayden James crashes and caution is out.
Got old caution. Huh. And Hayden, I'm watching Hayden and self-spin.
All right, we're going to go back and look at it. The 4 of Hayden James. It's like off turn 2 here. Ooh.
Just gets loose all by himself. I'm actually shocked that he even brought out a caution, to be quite honest with you.
Riding all by himself in that Grayson Hume car. Loose through the corner, loose, and finally just wrecks it on the infield.
Yeah, scored a 30th right now, so he was the tail end of the field. Well, I have a feeling pit road is gonna be busy. Man, it's actually been turning out to be a pretty interesting race. Probably a little bit more cautious than we want to see, but the action up front has been nothing short of just really fun to watch.
Has been very entertaining, and it's probably going to ramp up a little bit as we head towards the end of this race. Lee. Doyle, you're bored? He's showing the I'm tired emoji. It looks like, I guess. I don't know what's that emoji called. The I'm sleepy. They come to
I don't
pit
know
road.
which race you're watching.
I'm having a hard time watching all of it, to be honest with you.
There's a lot. Like I say, I'm in the far away blimp can. I there's so much with the track being so big and the action all over
from the
place.
blimp.
I have to. And then some every now and again I'll take out the binoculars and zoom in.
Let's see who wins this battle off pit road. Do we have any 2 tire takers? Looks like Jeff Chandler is off first by a big margin over Brandon Fetterplace. Looks like those two maybe took 2 tires. Richie Coy out third as well. We got a mix-up.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go back and I'll have to let you know who did what.
Those 3, all 3 of those beat out Bob Fitzpatrick off of pit road.
All right, Richie for sure took 2. Jamie's got 4 on him, which is a very odd Jamie strategy, but that's what he did.
I'm going to think you want that grip.
I mean, we still got. You're going to have about less or a little bit of 15 laps to go here.
Mm-hmm. Long way to go, and I think you're going to want that grip, especially after 15 laps. I'm going to pick a car with 4 tires winning this one.
Well, now you want to know the big monkey in the wrench, or whatever phrase that I can't get right. Jeff Chandler took left sides only, not right sides.
Wow. So left sides usually make you looser. Maybe he took rights hoping that it would tighten his car up, but I'm not sure you want the tightness of the car in the middle of the corner. We'll see how that works, though. You know what? I can't discount it because I don't know. Looks like Jeff's going to take the outside too here.
Robert Fitzpatrick took 4. Brandon Fetterplace, let's see where he's at. I'm just kind of going through, checking out everybody's pits here. Fetterplace, 2 tires, right sides only.
We'll see what happens here up front.
I gotta get back up to the lead here. Back up to live. Corey Atkins took 4.
The big loser in all this, just like he had a pit road issue, the 24 William Lark, 27th. So he's going to drop to the back and be out of contention at this point.
Wow. Yeah, I'm going to have to go. Let me go see what happened to him.
So 16 laps to go here in Michigan. The Michigan 250 for the Victory Fuel Cup Series underway. Wrapping it up here. Only 16 will be 15 to go at the line. And we'll see who can take home the win here tonight for Michigan.
I don't know if William maybe had damage. He did sit in the pit a little extra long. I mean, not penalty-wise. He either had to go to the bathroom or he had to fix some damage. Yeah, that definitely hurt his night there.
That's a shame, yeah. Here we come down, though. Jeff Chandler is going to bring them down on the outside lane to the restart zone, leading Brandon Fetterplace, Bob Fitzpatrick, Richie Coy, and Ray Lane. Your top 5. Green flag is out. We're racing again.
I don't know how these left sides are gonna pan out for Jeff, but man, he's gonna look like Superman if he can get this done.
Fetterplace right on the back bumper of Chandler as they go into turn 1. On the outside is Fitzpatrick. On the inside is Coy. Coy losing a little ground off the corner. Here comes Jamie Knopf.
Well, Jamie and Robert both have 4 tires. And
caution.
Weird, no? Yeah, caution. Wow.
Kyle Milliken involved.
Go back and see what happens.
Let's see what happens here. The 42 Milliken coming off the corner. Loose. Contact with another car and then down into, is that O'Connor?
Yeah, O'Connor did not check up a little bit. Kind of went 4 wide down there, just got really tight.
Contact with Lane Allen, or Wayne Grassi there, and then down into O'Connor.
Yeah, Kyle and Lane, Kyle and Wayne had a little bit of contact.
Looks like Kyle gets loose coming off turn 2. He gets loose and trying to save it. Ends up 3 wide on the outside. A little contact with Wayne.
Yeah, I think Wayne got a little choked up with the car in front of him, who was Cameron King.
So 42 getting a little squirrely there.
Probably Cameron probably lifted a little bit. I don't know if he lifted a little bit to kind of give Kyle a little room there. I know he got out of his way a little bit, give him some space. Yeah, Kyle definitely got pretty loose in the bottom too. A lot of check up there. All right. Well, if I was Jeff Chandler, I'd probably I don't know if I'd be liking that 2-tire strategy at this point.
Well, if you lost the lead.
Right, exactly. Yeah, you lost the lead. And now the 2 guys behind you, they got fresh. They got 4 fresh tires. Even Fetterplace, I think Fetterplace only took 2. I got to go back and look. I don't remember what I had said.
Fetterplace on 2, Chandler on 2, and Richie Coy I think on 2. Everybody else is on 4. From what I up front right now.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah. Fetterplace did only take 2.
So you got the 4 tires of Fitzpatrick's going to restart 3rd right there on the back bumper. Those guys are 2 tires. He has won. He's been strong all night. He's going to be hard to hold off. Even more so with only 2 tires against his 4. And then you got Jamie Knopf, who's been quick on the restarts too. Up in 4th, he's going to be tough to deal with. And it all kind of just depends on how this restart goes and who gets the run, I won't say all, because we've still got a few laps to go.
Yeah, well, I'm looking too at our previous 3rd place guy, Lane Allen. He's stuck in 9th right now. Didn't have the greatest pit stop, but is he going to have enough time to get back through the pack? Behind him now is Corey Atkins in 10th, and now we know Corey's got a great short run car. So, there's a lot of spots still to be had by some of these guys. And I kind of have a feeling like a Jeff Chandler, some of these 2-tire guys, they are not going to be in the picture of a long run here.
Well, he's a long run guy, though, and we only have a short run to go. So.
Well, but still, some of these guys with the 2 tires, I don't think it's going to be a winning strategy.
Instead of
stayed green, maybe.
Instead of a long time to go and a short time to get there, it's a short time to go.
That's right.
And a short time to get there as well.
That's for sure.
It's a pressure cooker.
Just give each other space. Let's not have another bloodbath out there. Just make it clean. Use up what you got.
Cautions do breed cautions. And everybody gets a little more desperate every time a caution comes out because they don't think they're going to have time to make up the time with a longer run. And so that's always just kind of feeds into it. Hope you guys are enjoying it out there on YouTube land. I know Thorison's out there Monkey, funky, monkey. I don't know.
Yeah, that's kind of the way my mind goes when I say stuff like that.
Get out of the blimp, Tony. We have drones. Absolutely. Absolutely.
I'm gonna parachute out of the blimp.
All right, pace car's going to pull off. We're going to go green flag racing here. Once again, Brandon Fetterplace leading with 2 tires. Jeff Chandler with 2. Bob Fitzpatrick with 4. Jamie Knopf 4. Richie Coy 2. Green flag is on. We're racing once again here in Michigan.
Brandon gets a great jump off that restart there. Jeff Chandler, unfortunately, does not.
11 laps to settle it here in Michigan as Fetterplace jumps out to a big lead. Side by side with Chandler. Chandler goes way high up the track. And he's going to let these guys go here.
Yeah, he does not have the tire there. He had to get out of it quite a bit.
Ooh, something happened back there, too. They're scattering. To head into 3, though. Jamie Fetterplace trying to hold Fitzpatrick off. Jamie Knopf in 3rd, and it's a battle for 4th on back.
I don't see Brandon actually having a shot at this, and it's going to be a 3:48 battle to the lead here. And E.J. Luna is that Ray Lane?
Oh, we got a wreck. We got a wreck. A big wreck on the front stretch. Wayne Grossi involved. It looks like Michael Blackner's involved. J.C. Evans.
I have to go in and see. I got to zoom in.
Lane Allen involved.
Yeah, Lane looked like he got a little roughed up by the 92 there.
Let's get back and look at it. This is what we didn't want to see. Watch Wayne Grossi. Wayne Grossi comes up on it late. Looks like something happened with the 14 there. Go back and see what happened to the 14.
Looks like he kind of checked up a little bit for the 1, and then the 92 kind of got into him. Not once, but twice. The second one kind of turned him. Fortunately, the 81 was right down below, and everybody was right there. Clipped him and shot him straight up the track.
Oh, he tried to fit down there below him.
Ouch.
Right up in front of the pack there. A lot of cars involved. Blackner, Wayne Grossi.
All right, well. Who's going in for some tires?
Nobody. Let's ride on board with Michael Blackner here. Going down the front stretch of a Sheets machine, sees him go down the track and back up right in front of him.
Yeah, we haven't really talked too much about Michael, and it's like week in, week out, he kind of has a good race, bad race, and unfortunately, just in the wrong place, wrong time.
Let's see about Cameron King here. What's it? The 92? Yeah, he's pushing the 14. Oh, and then he tries to. Yeah, there wasn't a hole there.
All right, so we do got a couple takers down pit road. The 03 31 Jeff Chandler, which I kind of assumed Lane Allen, Michael Blackner are in as well.
J.C. Evans comes down pit road, gives up a pretty good spot, but I think he got a little damage from that as well.
And 92's in. Just a lot of guys just probably getting some repair. I know Jeff Chandler, he's probably getting his 4 tires, though. Some cars have kind of surprised him going. I would assume maybe Kyle Milliken may have went in just because he probably had a little damage from that prior. I can tell you the one car that didn't mind seeing that caution was Brandon Fetterplace. He's going to live to fight another day on the front row here.
A few more laps off the tires and off the books here as we get towards the end. Yeah, it's less time he's going to have to fight off Fitzpatrick, but Fitzpatrick's going to line up on the front row now with those fresh tires. So is Jamie Knopf. He's lost all of his buddies on 2 tires. He's lost them all up front there. Richie Coy's the next guy on 2 tires. He's back in 5th, but you're right. There's no barrier between Fetterplace and those fresh tires.
No, and I mean, and Richie probably was beneficial for that yellow as well. But it's a tough strategy, especially to make 2 tires last. When they went in for the pit, I mean, we'll make them last over 20 laps. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I would have took that gamble, to be honest. Not even if we were in Vegas, I wouldn't have taken that gamble.
Well, they're going to double it for the restart here. 7 laps to go. It's going to be 6 to go at the line. We'll see who can take it home. See if this is our last caution.
I'm just trying to think who else. I mean, we got Corey Atkins, 7th place right now. Again, we know he's got a quick short run car. The 2A, Alan Duranco's kind of sitting back there in 9th. A little bobble by some of these guys, especially on 2 tires, can definitely shake up some of that back end of the field. But then there's the 41, Ray Lane. I mean, we saw him up front early on. He had a decent short run car. He was battling for the lead. We talked about all the yellow cars that were up there, and he's running 4th right now. So it really could be anybody here up front.
Richard Coy hanging around in 5th. He's hoping for a little magic like I had in the ARCA race the other night. Have all the leaders kind of wreck out and just shoot the gap and take the win.
That was magical, and that is definitely a possibility tonight. I mean, the way that they've been running up front, I mean, granted, it's been pretty clean for the most part up front, but hey, when that last lap hits, when that last corner hits, anything can happen.
New driver William Owens having a good run, too, in the 71, currently in 8th. You got Michael Call up there in 6th, and the 89 hadn't called his name much tonight. You got Corey Atkins in 7th. We know he's fast, but he's a little loose. We'll see what he can do on this restart. All right, pace car's going to pull off. We're going to get another restart here. 6 laps to go at the line. It's going to be Brandon Fetterplace bringing them down. Bob Fitzpatrick on the front row as they head into the restart zone, getting ready to go. Green flag racing once again here at Michigan. Green flag is out, and we're racing again.
Man, Brandon got a great jump, and Jamie kind of followed suit. He's definitely door-to-door with Robert Fitzpatrick right now. Robert's got that outside line, though.
This guy's going to fight for second to be the first guy to get to Fetterplace.
We're going to have Lane Allen coming on the track right as these guys are getting ready to pass him. Give Lane a little room here.
Lane staying in the low lane. As they go down the backstretch, here comes the 3. Fitzpatrick right to the back door of Fetterplace.
Corey Atkins making it 3 wide under Richie Coy there with William Owens on the outside. They're fighting for that 5th spot. 6th spot, actually.
3 wide back there. Meanwhile, up front, here comes Bob Fitzpatrick looking to the outside. Nothing doing there as they head into turn 1.
I'm pretty impressed with Brandon right now. He's able to kind of keep that lead with them 2 tires.
Here comes Ray Lane on that outside with the run.
Oh, we had a little bit of a checkup back there.
Somebody got in the wall there off the corner. It's like Corey Atkins.
It looked like it was Corey Atkins.
Here you go. Got Ray Lane on the bottom. Bob Fitzpatrick on the high side. Ray Lane's going to try to slide in that gap.
Whoa, it was touched. Jamie gives him a little bit of room there.
Here goes Ray for the lead. Ray Lane to the inside. He's going to do the slide job into turn 1.
Wow. It's crazy so far. 3 to go.
Bob Fitzpatrick giving Fetterplace a run. Here comes Fetterplace back to the inside of Lane. That's going to be a tough ask with those older tires. Here comes Bob Fitzpatrick, the outside following Lane through.
Wow, Fetterplace was able to get that line under there. And I know the 3 and 48 kind of want to see this, but unfortunately, they're not leaving them much room to get by.
2 laps to go here at Michigan. I'm sorry, 3 to go. 3 laps to go.
And they are nose to tail. Ray Lane finally gets clear. He's got a good open gap now. Clean air in front of him. Fitzpatrick gets by Fetterplace as well. Here comes Jamie by Fetterplace.
Bob clears. Here comes Jamie Knopf by Fetterplace. He clears as well, and so does Michael Call in 4th.
Yeah, Brandon can't hold him off any longer.
We got a gaggle back here behind him.
Jamie gets by. Jamie's side to side with Robert right now. And Ray Lane's looking in his mirror and saying, you guys just keep fighting.
Absolutely. That's going to slow them both down as they head off into turn 1.
Jamie's almost clear. Looks like he's going to give that slide job to Robert. Robert ain't going to take it. He looks like he's probably going to go low. No, he stays up there.
All right, he's going to give him a push, and they're going to try to close in on the lead here and try to go to work.
Wow. Jamie's catching him, though. He's got a little bit of run here.
3 and 4. Here he comes. He's looking for the lead. Coming to the white flag. 1 lap to go here at Michigan.
Got to make 2 more corners, make them right. if he can get side by side, it's just he's got to pick that right lane to get that momentum.
Trying to back up the corner, get that run off the corner right in the tire tracks of the 41 lane. Here comes the 48 of Jamie Knopf, but now the 3 of Fitzpatrick's going to look for second.
The 3's on the inside of the 48. Wow. I don't know. I think they just screwed it up for both of them.
I think so. I think they cost both themselves a shot at this win. They're going to fight for second, though. Fitzpatrick trying to get that move done on the 48 of Knopf. He's going to not be able to clean it, but it doesn't matter. Ray Lane's going to take the win.
Well, I knew it was going to be exciting, but yeah, I don't know if I could have predicted all that.
That move into 3 messed it up for them to have a shot at Ray Lane. Ray saw it and was like, thank you guys for battling. I'll just take this win.
Yeah, Jamie definitely needed to have that clean air and or at least have the track available to him. And unfortunately, Robert wanted it as well. I mean, you can't blame these guys for what they did, but it did kind of cost both of them. They might have, one of them might have had that shot at Ray. But hey, Ray came back from 4th place to finish that lead in a couple laps. I mean, that was a hell of a drive.
Yep. Lane gets it done here at Michigan, takes the Michigan 250, holds off a hard-fought battle between himself, Jamie Knopf, and Bob Fitzpatrick, your top 3. Let's look at our results here at Michigan. Ray Lane getting it done in the 41. He's going to get that pass to the playoffs as well with that win number 1 of the season and win number 1 of his career here at FTSR. Jamie Knopf going to come up 1 spot short in that 48. He hangs on over Bob Fitzpatrick in 3rd in the 3. Michael Call finishes 4th in 89. Great run for him. And Fetter Place hangs on with those older tires up to 5th spot. Good solid finish. William Owens coming home with a 6th place spot. Great run by him. EJ Luna in 7th. 8th place is going to be the 19 of Coy. 9th is going to be Kevin Ruff. And 10th spot goes to Joshua O'Connor.
All right, starting 11th, William Lark. Alexander Hodge starting 12th or finishing 12th. Alan Duranco 13th. AJ Zepeda 14th. Ray Gill 15th. Cameron Albertson 16th. John Connor 17th. Jeff Chandler 18th. Brian Messer 19th. Kyle Milliken 20th. Brandon Elder 21st. Brian Dixon 22nd. Robert Fitzpatrick Sr. 23rd. Robert Malikian 24th. Wayne Grossi 25th. Corey Atkins 26th. J.C. Evans 27th. Cameron King 28th. Lane Allen 29th. Michael Blackner 30th. Nick Elford 31st. Mason Hoffner 32nd. Hayden James 33rd. Daniel Simmons 34th. Alex Murphy 35th. Simon Magnan 36th. Travis Gilbert 37th. And Martin Garreau finishing off the 38-car field tonight.
So that'll put the Michigan 250 in the books tonight with a win from Ray Lane and the number 41. He gets it done here tonight at Michigan. We're going to take We're going to take a quick break and come back after this. We'll talk to our top 3 finishers and digest tonight's race. We'll do all that on the other side of this commercial. We'll be right back.
Racing isn't easy, but experiencing it is. iRacing puts you in the driver's seat with the industry's leading sim racing game. Drive on laser scan replicas of the greatest racing circuits from around the world. Go head-to-head against other drivers chosen by skill-based matchmaking to ensure competitive racing at every level. Compete across all your favorite series. In officially licensed cars, engineered to deliver the most accurate driving experience possible. Join a race or host your own with players from across the globe. Race against the computer or in a league with friends. Feel the thrill behind the wheel. Visit iRacing.com.
We are Best One.
The best tires.
The best customer service.
The best automotive service.
The best team.
And the best customers. You see, Best One isn't just our name, it's who we are. Since 1948, Best One has been delivering quality and dependable tires and full-service automotive care to our customers. Best One, selling tires, serving people. We are Best One.
Back here in Michigan International Speedway, finishing up the Michigan 250 for the Victory Fuel Cup Series here on Full Throttle Television. What a heck of a race. What a barn burner there at the end, Tony. A great, exciting finish. Green flag finish to the end there, and Ray Lane hangs on for the win.
I mean, we had guys that we really thought were probably going to walk away with this, and it didn't exactly happen, but so many good strategies out there, too. Some played out, some didn't exactly play out. Some guys had a couple of heartbreak nights. Lane Allen, Corey Atkins. But wow, it was a great race nonetheless. A little too many cautions than we probably would have liked to have seen, but and I'm sure some of the guys probably didn't want to see some of them as well. But man, great, a lot of action, a lot of fun up there.
Yeah, great finish for sure. And we talked about this being kind of a wild card race possibly. It kind of played out like that. I'm not sure anybody had Ray Lane picked for the win tonight. He snuck in there, got to the lead, and hung on against two of the best drivers of the night, the 48 and the 3 there.
Yeah, I don't know if I would have necessarily picked him. I mean, he was definitely an early favorite, and yeah, he was able to get it done there at the end. Again, right strategy. He took the tires.
We're going to kick it over to our Victory Lane post-race show here on Full Throttle Television. We're going to talk to our top 3 finishers. We'll start with third place, Mr. Bob Fitzpatrick. After missing several weeks, back in action tonight, we're going to talk to him, the third place finisher to the number 3 car. How fitting. Bob, congratulations, man, on a solid finish.
Hey, thanks. Appreciate it. It was fun. I'll tell you that. This was a fun race.
Well, you know, we talked all race about you maybe having withdrawals at this point after missing 2 races without a wheel.
I know.
Getting out there and finally getting into the action. I mean, you picked up right where you left off, man. It was very, very strong tonight. But just kind of talk us through the struggles the last couple of weeks of trying to get a wheel together and finally getting out there and getting back in action.
Yeah, my old wheel just went out in that All-Star race. I don't know if you guys see me. It was just doing donuts. Couldn't. It just stuck left, and the motor went out, and it took a while. I ordered a new one. Didn't order the right piece, so 2 weeks later. But this is my favorite track on iRacing, so I was rushing to get it back for this week.
You picked a good one, man. You had a really strong car out there, man. A couple of those cautions have felt a different way, I think, or not came out. You'd have been in good shape, but unfortunately, those restarts at the end, man. Just talking about how stressful and how on it you have to be on these late race restarts.
They're so hard. It's like I was at the Michigan race yesterday, but it's the same. It's like the same thing. You can't go nowhere. Like there's this. You could be. It don't even matter if you're faster than the guy in front of you. It doesn't matter. You just can't get it. The dirty air was terrible. I was just telling him I had to back out of 4 or 5 corners on that last run because I was so tight. And if you can get, I didn't make any adjustments. I'm assuming they did make adjustments for that last short run, but if you got them right sides of stick on a couple of them, you could pass. But it was just so tight in the dirty air.
Well,
it's terrible.
Well, you did a great job considering all that was going on out there for sure. And I'm sure you're glad to be back. We're glad to have you back on track. So good to see you have a good, solid third place finish. I'm going to hand you the mic to let you do your shout outs and your sponsor plugs.
Yeah. Shout out Conti for the setups. It's a good one this week. Shout out to everybody on my team there at RFH. And then shout out you guys. You guys are putting on a good show, good league. I'm having fun.
All right. Well, there's your third place finisher tonight, Bob Fitzpatrick. Bob, congratulations. We'll see you next week at Talladega.
Yep. See you guys.
All right. Third place finisher, Bob Fitzpatrick, finishes up here. We're going to throw it down. Tony, I believe you're standing by with second place finisher, Jamie Knopf.
I do. I'm with the bridesmaid over here. Man, you led a lot of laps, had a great strong car, great long runs as well. unfortunately, some of the cautions, just track position, couldn't get you to that top spot. Tell us about your night.
It was kind of up and down. It was real good. The car was really fast, and I was just maintaining, trying to save my tires so I'd have good drive off, long run, and I mean, it was right there where we needed to be. Just that caution at the end, I didn't need it to go. I needed to go green from there to the end and not have like 4 more cautions within 15 laps. That's what killed me the most, I feel like.
Yeah, well, it
But
looked
all
like
in all, it was a good
yeah.
night.
Well, yeah, it looked like kind of Brandon. Brandon had a two-tire strategy out from it, and we were kind of waiting for you guys to kind of capitalize on that. And he was able to kind of not necessarily block your path a little bit, but definitely kind of hindered you guys getting up there, especially you and Robert. And Ray kind of snuck through you. Unfortunately, kind of got there, but man, still a good run. You were very fast all night. Like I say, I think you probably led the most laps out of anybody tonight. Unfortunate, your teammate didn't have a great night, but you guys bring speed every week. So, anything you got going on for Talladega next week? Are you looking forward to that?
I always look forward to Talladega. I know what Christopher Bale said. I love shooter play racing. But no, that'd be good because I'm just curious to see what the new update does for the car and how it drives or handles. And then, but yeah, I mean, Talladega is it's either fun or bad. Like Daniel says, if you're gonna wreck, he'd rather wreck on the first lap than hour into it. But I said, well, at least you get to race if you wreck an hour into it. So I mean, it's kind of good and bad either way. But yeah, we had a couple of them restarts at the end. The 2 tires was able to hold on for a few laps. So then then we'd have another caution. Then so we basically had like 3 green white checkers at the end. Seemed like because we'd make about a lap and a caution come out and. I thought I was going to be in about the right spot, and I got tight off a 2 on the last lap, and Robert was able to get under me down the back stretch, and that killed my whole run to get into turn 3 and try to make the pass. I wanted to try to do it the lap before into 3 because I could drive really hard and get to the bottom really good, but I was scared if I did it that lap and I didn't clear him, then I'd have finished 4th or 5th. So I wanted to try to do it on the last lap and last corner, but then he got a good run up off a 2 and got under me down the back stretch. I wish I could have snuck down just a little bit, maybe get a push from him. But then Ray might have, blocked that lane also. So it wound up being pretty good. I think it was a good race overall. Can't wait to go back and watch it.
Well, it was definitely fun to watch in the booth, and yeah, we did notice, that you and Robert towards the end there kind of. You might have hurt each other there from taking it from Lane, but hey, you guys still put on a great show. You had a great run. You had a good car all night. So yeah, it's definitely nothing to be ashamed about. And congratulations again on second. But yeah, well, here's the floor. Open it up. Thank whoever you need to thank.
I'd like thank you guys for the broadcast and putting the league on. Give us a nice place to race with some friends. Ray, I race go-karts with him. I don't think he races much anymore the last few years. But it's always good to race with some old go-kart buddies, and it's good to see him get a win. And good run to Robert. We were battling up there, like pulling away there on that long run. So I was kind of hoping it would just keep going green, but sometimes it don't never work out like you like it. But thank you guys for everything y'all do.
Well, cool. Well, again, congrats again, and yeah, that's actually neat that you have a little history with Ray there.
I didn't know that either.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and so yeah, congrats again, and I think Brody, you got Ray in the booth down there, our first time winner here.
Yep, I'm standing by. Possibly. There he is, standing by down here in victory lane with Ray Lane grabbing his first win in the league tonight. Ray, you were shot out of a cannon on that last restart, able to get to the front and hold off those guys in the 48 and the 3. Take home your win number 1 of the season, win number 1 of the career here at FTSR, man. Congratulations.
Thank you, man. Really appreciate it. Really like racing with everybody here. So.
Well, let's talk about it. I learned something. We just talked to Jamie Knopf, and I know you guys actually knew each other. So it's a little camaraderie, I guess, going up front. I didn't have a clue. He was a go-kart buddy of yours, and you were a go-kart buddy of his. So that's kind of cool, racing out there in the go-karts, racing out on track tonight here at FTSR.
Between me, Daniel, Jamie, we all race against each other in go-karts. So
That's pretty cool. So let's talk about it, man. You had a strong car all night. We're up there all night. You kind of mixed it up early on. You were leading some laps earlier, mixing up there with Josh O'Connor and Jamie Knopf, and the three showed up there. Just talk about your night, kind of walk through, kind of some of the highlights I guess you remember throughout the race, or lowlights, or, whatever you experienced out there.
Kind of overslid my pit box twice tonight. So I was leading there at one point, overslid my box, came back out third. And then on the long run, I got up to fourth, and I think Ruff ended up getting loose in front of me. I tried to stay off of him, and so I slid back to 18th for that and came all the way back to the front. And then I got caught up in something else. I had to restart 25th because I had damage. And then about that last caution, when I pitted, I took 2 tires. I was 10th before it, and then I was 6th. I said, well, it's either go or nothing. We'll see what happens.
Well, it worked out for sure. That's a typical race car driver. I want to point out everything that went wrong. You're talking about sliding through your box and all this stuff. you get out of the car at victory lane and be like, yeah, well, I did this wrong and this wrong. And then that's typical. You kind of critique yourself and work on it for next week. But definitely an up and down night. And it ended up on the upswing in victory lane. So congratulations. I'm going to pass it to Tony, though. I'm sure Tony's got something to add.
Well, yeah, congratulations on the first win here at FTSR, and you had a hell of a drive, like Brody said early on. You're kind of up and down. I know you even led some laps early on too as well, and hey, but you got that last lap led, and that's the one that counts. And congratulations again, and good job, man.
I feel like besides last week, every other race I'd led laps that I've been in here, and so I enjoy it. It's fun. I don't really race go-karts anymore, so it's good to race against Jamie and them again. So and everybody in here. So
get your fill of racing. This is a little cheaper too. I'd have to say probably. Even though it's go-karts, it still costs less than go-karts, right?
I mean, they ain't cheap. And then breaking bones ain't no fun. I broke a lot of bones in 22, so. At least I don't break bones in this, so we're good.
You definitely got to get that thrill somewhere, and definitely put on a thrilling race tonight. Out front, Ray Lane takes the win, first lane of the season, first win of the year, first win of the league. So, again, congratulations, man! What a show you put on out there tonight. Hung on and got the win. I'm going to let you do your sponsor plugs and your shout outs, so the floor is yours.
I got to thank everybody with the team at 0 Points Racing and all of my buddies, Travis Gilbert, Kyle Diaz. For one, my wife for letting me do this. So, and my kids. So that's really about it.
All right. Well, there's your winner tonight. Ray Lane, number 41 in victory lane. 2 lanes together. Nice. Congratulations. And we see you next week at Talladega.
Thank you, man.
All right, winner tonight, Ray Lane. Tony, what a show. What an exciting finish. And you could tell he's happy to finally get that one off his back. He said he's been running strong, just finally got that win off his monkey off his back, or his shoulders if you're Tony.
Well, right, yeah. The monkey's somewhere in the room with him. But yeah, it's we got another name to add to the winners list.
Yep.
Which is really cool, especially for our premier Cup Series here at FTSR. And we're probably going to end up having it again maybe next week at Talladega. Things are going to get real spicy out there. I mean, things were spicy here tonight. All great racing up and down the field. A couple, again, like we said, little accidents probably people didn't want to see or even, want to even be a part of. But, man, it was a lot of fun watching. Hopefully everybody out there in YouTube land enjoyed watching as well. So I had a lot of fun, and sounded like you did too, but we're going to talk about that in a little while.
Yeah, so the Talladega next week for the Victory Fuel Cup Series, definitely a wild card. You won't want to miss that. Next Monday night, 9 p.m. here on Full Throttle Television, the Victory Fuel Cup Series back in action at the High Banks of Talladega. With it being Build Week in iRacing, we use that opportunity to go to a track where we feel that most people will have a setup and be prepared for, and that is Talladega. So we're looking forward to that. And before that even happens, Wednesday night, 2 days from today, you can catch the Truck Series in action at Talladega. Tony, you'll be in that one, and I'm sure that's sure to put on a exciting race as it always does with the Truck Series at Talladega, or anywhere really for the Truck Series. Well, that's going to do it for us here from Michigan International Speedway. For Tony Solari and everybody at Full Throttle Television, my name is Brady Hanna. Thanks for joining us. Hope you enjoyed it, and we'll see you in 2 days from Talladega.